The opening eclipse. A blood-red eclipse casts darkness over the earth, shaking both the mortal and divine realms. Deep within the underworld, ancient seals begin to fracture, causing the river Styx to boil. The souls of the dead cry out as the gates of Tartarus tremble. Hades, long dormant and weakened, opens his eyes for the first time in centuries. He senses a malevolent power, something older than the gods themselves, awakening in the abyss. The balance between life and death is breaking. Meanwhile, on Mount Olympus, chaos reigns. Lightning storms and violent earthquakes shake the divine citadel. Zeus and Athena consult the oracle of Delphi, who reveals a terrifying prophecy: when the underworld stirs, the sky shall fall. The gods argue about whether to intervene, but their powers have been fading since mortals stopped worshipping them. Hades' absence has destabilized the realms. Without his control, the souls of the dead are slipping into the mortal world, manifesting as wraiths. In modern Athens, Dr. Helena Karas, a brilliant but skeptical archaeologist, leads an excavation under the Acropolis. Her team discovers a sealed stone chamber marked with symbols of death and eternity, the sigil of Hades. Inside lies an obsidian throne fragment and inscriptions describing the Lord below and the Throne of Shadows. Helena dismisses the legends as myth until she touches the stone and experiences a vision of a dark throne surrounded by fire. In the underworld, Hades awakens amidst ruins. His once majestic palace is now overrun by darkness. He discovers that his throne, the heart of his power, has been stolen. Without it, his dominion crumbles. Hades confronts Thanatos, the god of death, who reveals that Erebus, the primordial god of darkness and Hades' brother, has usurped control over Tartarus. Hades vows to reclaim his throne, but his strength is fading. He must rely on mortal help. Through haunting flashbacks, we see Hades and Erebus in the dawn of time. Erebus ruled the primordial darkness, while Hades ruled over death. But Erebus desired ultimate dominion, to merge life, death, and shadow into one eternal void. When Hades refused to join him, Erebus betrayed him, imprisoning Hades within his own realm. The gods sealed Erebus away, but now, after millennia, he has escaped, feeding on the fear and despair of humanity. Helena begins to suffer vivid dreams of fire, ash, and a man with eyes of silver calling her name. The obsidian coin she recovered from the chamber glows with a faint pulse. When she touches it, she is momentarily transported to the underworld, where she sees Hades chained. He calls her the Key of Souls, a mortal destined to bridge life and death. Terrified, she wakes up, but the mark of the coin has burned into her palm. Determined to uncover the truth, Helena enlists her brother Alexios, a war journalist skeptical of mythology. Following the symbols and riddles left behind in ancient texts, they uncover a secret passage beneath Mount Parnassus. There, an ancient door inscribed with warnings opens after Helena places the obsidian coin into a keyhole. As the ground trembles, they are pulled through by a storm of dark wind, descending into the underworld itself. Helena and Alexios awaken on the shores of the river Styx. They meet Charon, the ferryman, who demands payment, not in gold, but in truth. Each must reveal their greatest regret. Helena admits she devoted her life to the dead and never learned to live. Moved, Charon ferries them across, warning that the Lord of the Dead is not the monster you think he is. As they pass, they witness thousands of lost souls wandering aimlessly, the result of Erebus' corruption. The siblings reach a ruined obsidian fortress at the heart of the underworld. Inside, they find Hades, chained, emaciated, but still regal. His silver hair glows faintly, his eyes burning with quiet fury. Helena releases him using the power of the coin, which reacts to his presence. Hades reveals that he cannot regain his full strength until the throne is restored, and that Helena's soul is bound to it. Their connection grows, both mystical and emotional. In a realm of endless shadow, Erebus commands an army of wraiths and dark gods forgotten by Olympus. His queen, Nyx, goddess of night, urges him to strike swiftly before Hades can rise again. Erebus declares war on all creation, intending to plunge both the mortal and divine worlds into eternal night. He dispatches Nyx and her army of shadow hounds to destroy Helena and Hades before the throne can be reclaimed. As they journey deeper into the underworld, Helena and Hades are joined by Persephone, Hades' estranged wife, who has hidden from both gods and mortals for centuries. Though resentful, she agrees to help, revealing that Erebus plans to shatter the barriers between realms. Thanatos brings word that Nyx's forces are closing in. Hades' army of the dead, skeletal warriors and fallen souls, begins to reform, readying for war. Erebus forces attack. The souls of the damned, corrupted by shadow, turn on their master when Helena touches them with the coin, purifying them. They recognize her as the Lightbearer, a mortal chosen by fate to bring balance. Through this act, Helena unknowingly transfers her life essence into the underworld, strengthening Hades' domain. She begins to weaken, but hides it from him. Helena discovers an ancient prophecy written in Persephone's garden. The throne shall burn again by mortal flame, the heart that beats for God shall end its reign. She realizes it means only a mortal soul, her own, can reignite the throne of Hades. The realization terrifies her. If she helps him fully reclaim his throne, she must die in the process. But without her sacrifice, Erebus will consume all existence. An apocalyptic battle erupts. Erebus' Wraith legions clash with Hades' reborn army across the black plains of Asphodel. Rivers of fire surge, the skies rain ash, and lightning from Olympus pierces the darkness. Helena, wielding the glowing coin, leads the mortal souls in defiance. Hades confronts Erebus in a cataclysmic duel, their powers tearing open rifts across the realm. During the battle, Helena is mortally wounded by Nyx's blade. As Erebus overpowers Hades, Helena drags herself to the throne of Hades and presses the coin into its core. Flames of divine fire engulf her body as her soul fuses with the throne. The throne ignites in golden light, restoring Hades' full might. Her final words to him, "Rule justly, and remember me." Now reborn, Hades radiates godlike power. His voice shakes the realm as he unleashes judgment upon Erebus. With his burning scepter, he chains Erebus in light forged from the souls of the innocent and banishes him into the eternal void. The underworld trembles, and light returns for the first time in eternity. Nyx flees into the darkness, vowing vengeance. After the war, Persephone mourns Helena's sacrifice. She comforts Hades, realizing that Helena reminded him of humanity's courage, something the gods had forgotten. Persephone forgives him, and the two reconcile, choosing to rule together once more. They restore peace to the souls of the dead, ending the eternal torment that plagued them. Hades ascends his newly reborn throne, flames of life and death intertwining around him. His power now balanced, no longer purely dark, but tempered by Helena's mortal light. He decrees a new law: the underworld will no longer be a prison, but a place of passage. He becomes the guardian of souls, not their jailer. The balance of life, death, and rebirth is restored. Alexios awakens on the surface, lying in the ruins of the Acropolis. The chamber has collapsed, and the coin is gone. Yet in his hand glows a faint ember, Helena's essence. He hears her whisper, "The balance is restored." Moved to tears, he dedicates his life to telling her story, ensuring the world never forgets the truth behind the myths. In the silent depths of Tartarus, the chains of Erebus begin to tremble. Cracks of black light leak from the void. A shadowy figure appears, Kronos, the titan of time, holding an hourglass dripping with black sand. He whispers, "All things end, even the reign of death." The screen fades to black, revealing the title. Throne of Hades II, Rise of Kronos.